To have Gemini rising is to be born under a sky of perpetual conversation. Your first breath was drawn in an atmosphere of intellectual curiosity, and the mask you present to the world, your persona, is that of the eternal seeker, the quick-witted messenger, the social chameleon. This is not a superficial layer, but the very architecture of your engagement with reality. It is the lens through which the primal, singular flame of your fire sun sign must be refracted, broken into a spectrum of light and meaning. You do not simply act, you narrate your actions. You do not simply feel. You must find the language for the inferno within. This is the central drama of your existence, the marriage of a unitary, passionate soul with a mercurial, dualistic mind. For you, the Aries sun, your essence is a primal scream of "I am." It is a pure, undiluted force of will, a thrust of existence into the void. But with Gemini rising, this scream is instantly translated into 1,000 questions, a rapid-fire dialogue. Your Martian impulse to charge is filtered through a mind that must first analyze the angle of attack, devise 3 alternative strategies, and articulate a witty battle cry. People perceive you not as a blunt instrument, but as a dazzling intellectual provocateur. Your style is one of dynamic restlessness, sharp, athletic, perhaps adorned with something unexpected, a conversation piece. You wear your thoughts like armor. The deep positive aspect is alchemical. Your raw, sometimes reckless energy is given wings and direction. You become the pioneering thinker, the one who can not only start things but sell the vision with infectious, verbal enthusiasm. The shadow, however, is a profound cognitive dissonance. Your Gemini mind can talk you out of your own instincts, creating a paralyzing feedback loop where your Aries soul wants to break down a door while your mercurial mind is still calculating the 47th key. You must learn to trust the gut that speaks before the words are formed. For you, the Leo sun, your essence is a sovereign I create. It is the unwavering light of a central star, demanding recognition, reverence, and a stage. With Gemini rising, this royal decree is delivered not from a solitary throne, but from a bustling town square. Your solar need for a fixed audience is complicated by a rising sign that craves variety, interaction, and mental stimulation. You don't just want admirers, you want interlocutors. People perceive you not as a distant monarch, but as the brilliant, charismatic salon host, the dazzling wit who remembers everyone's name and story. Your style is theatrical but communicative. Bold colors, dramatic lines, but always with a touch of playful curiosity, a vintage brooch, a clever slogan on a shirt. You communicate not from a script, but through improvisation, using your audience's energy as your fuel. The profound gift here is that your light is never stagnant. It is reflected and multiplied through 1,000 facets of conversation, making you genuinely fascinating rather than merely impressive. The deep challenge is the fragmentation of the self. Your Gemini rising can create a court jester persona that sometimes undermines the king or queen within. You may find yourself performing a version of yourself that feels clever but hollow, trading depth for applause, and in quiet moments, feeling a strange loneliness, as if your brilliant monologue was heard by many but truly understood by none. Your journey is to unify the many voices into a chorus that sings only for your one true sun. For you, the Sagittarius sun, your essence is a boundless I seek. It is the philosopher's fire, an insatiable hunger for meaning, truth, and the horizon. With Gemini rising, this search is internalized as a perpetual dialogue between the self and the other. Your archer's arrow, aimed at the farthest target, is fletched with questions. You don't just preach your philosophy, you debate it, you stress test it in the crucible of conversation. People perceive you as the fascinating intellectual wanderer, the stand-up philosopher, the one who can make any abstract concept feel immediate and exciting. Your style is an eclectic, global bazaar, a blend of cultures, ideas, and eras, worn with a casual, communicative ease. It tells a story of a mind that has been everywhere, even if the body has not. The incredible synthesis is that your Gemini rising gives your Sagittarian quest its voice. It provides the library of facts, anecdotes, and languages needed to translate your grand fire vision into something others can grasp. You become a bridge between the mundane and the profound. The profound peril is the descent into intellectual chaos. The archer needs a target, but the twins can see infinite targets. This can lead to a spiritual and philosophical restlessness, where you know a little about everything and are committed to nothing, leaving your fiery core adrift in a sea of possibilities, paralyzed by the sheer volume of paths. Your deepest work is to use your mercurial discernment not to collect more data, but to find the one true question worth dedicating your entire flame to answering. Ultimately, this combination is a divine paradox, a fire that thinks, a mind that burns. Your life's work is to achieve a conscious synthesis where the mercurial messenger does not merely report on the fire's activities, but becomes its prophet, its poet, and its most intimate translator. You are not two things at war, but a universe in conversation with itself, and your greatest power lies in learning to listen to both the roaring flame and the whispering wind that carries its sparks into the world.